from Racing.com, form analyst, journalist and Longines HKIR award winner is Brent Zerafa. He joins us kindly on the line. What's the weather like there, Brent, for the race day ahead of us?
Well, you can call me the weatherman as well if you want. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, everyone. But at this stage, thankfully the rain has stopped. It still looks a little bit grey at this point, but we did receive significant rain on Friday and also on Thursday. So some parts of Melbourne were even flooded. There was flash flooding around. But we're in the soft 5 range at this point. But I would expect that the track could even play a little bit worse, because speaking with track manager Liam O'Keefe during the week, we haven't raced at Flemington since Cup Week. And as is the case post-carnival every year, the track staff do a renovation of the surface. So the grass won't be as mature as it probably would be heading into the carnival. So I'm expecting it could break up a touch, and maybe getting away from the inside might be the play. That's just my personal thought. But speaking with Liam, he was just of the opinion that the track won't dry out at the same rate as it did on Melbourne Cup Day, where it was sort of heavy and got back to soft. He's saying the moisture will retain in the surface due to that renovation. So just might be worth keeping that in mind when you're having a bet this afternoon.
Yeah, no, that is good information, particularly for those that are considering backing runners strongly from inside draws. That might not be the place to be. It's certainly seen a Porsche underwater somewhere around Melbourne, with a driver trying to get back into it on social media. So there clearly has been a lot of rain in your neck of the woods. Let's start with race number 5. What can you tell us about one of the better chances in this race?
Well, I was pretty keen here on Chamois Road, and for those who may have bet early, there's going to be some deductions, because we've had 2 key scratchings from this race. One of those came out early on Thursday, which is Gulwa, who was the early favourite. And then this morning we've lost King's Command, which at that point in time, both of those horses were at the head of the market. And I thought Chamois Road represented good value when they were both in the race. And now the fact that they've both come out, you can still sort of get around the $4.50, maybe even $5 range. I think that's not a bad bet, because Chamois Road is a very, very consistent horse. He's one that can put itself up on speed, has drawn out a little bit wide, doesn't mind the sting out of the track, and it's coming from the Festival Stakes in Sydney. And I thought that its run was fantastic, finishing in 3rd behind My Nordic Hero. My Nordic Hero is going around as one of the key chances in Sydney this afternoon in the Villiers Stakes. And the claim for Talia Hope looks very well utilised here by Patrick Payne, and I think can go forward, put itself near the lead, and be very, very hard to run down. And I think you're going to get a very good sight for your money this afternoon. Like I thought Murrahib, one of the other chances in Ulman in the race, that they're going okay, but I think the recent form of Chamois Road certainly is stronger, and I like the fact that it can tactically go forward and put itself in the race.
Also has a very good record on slow and heavy tracks, having won 3 of 9 and 1 of 3 on those track conditions. To race number 6, Brent, and what did you like here?
Well, there's a horse in this that is progressing quite nicely through the grades by the name of Declares War. And its win last time out at Moonee Valley was in lower grade than what it faces here this afternoon at Flemington, but you don't often see horses be able to manage to get out of a position that it was in and still get the job done. Had a lot of work to do inside the final 100 metres, and did it quite comfortably as it got towards the winning post. So has now put together 2 victories in situations where it was, in the last 200 metres of the race, the strongest horse in the field. And I think getting out in trip, getting to the bigger track at Flemington, and taking on, it's going from sort of 3-year-old restricted company now into open benchmark 70, taking on some older horses. And look, the horses in the race that it's facing, they've been around the mark. They've basically found their positions, whereas this horse looks as though it has the potential to sort of progress through the grades and getting maybe into open company as a 3-year-old, maybe into some stakes races. So I thought it's going to be pretty well supported. Mark Zara, one of the leading jockeys in Melbourne, gets back in the saddle this afternoon after a little short break post-carnival, and this looked to be one of his key chances this afternoon, Declares War.
Great stuff. Those bets there of Brent Zerafa, Chamois Road, and also Declares War, races 5 and 6, and those odds available tab.co.nz.